So I'm here outside of Articat. Right now, Articat is in the process of closing down. 400 manufacturing jobs, well-paying middle-class jobs are on the way out. Articat's been an icon. It's a Minnesota homegrown brand. And it's done. It's done here in May. Unless a miracle happens, it's gone. I worked there for 8 years. My wife is still working there. It's coming up 24 years. It's going to be a sad day when this goes. And instead of saying anything, addressing the problem about our manufacturing jobs leaving, having any sympathy for the loss of the brand, the culture, of the well-paying jobs leaving the area, right now, John Burkle is sitting down in the Capitol and arguing that children shouldn't be allowed to play sports. The transgender ban on kids' sports. Not the economy, not the economic woes of Minnesotans that we're worried about, not losing well-paying jobs in rural Minnesota. Kids playing sports. Right across the street over here, across the alley, I guess you want to call it, DigiKey, shipping jobs overseas. DigiKey's the other major employer up here. Nothing coming out of him on that. Too busy fighting culture wars to worry about our lives and our jobs and our safety and what we're going to do, where we're going to work up here. We lose these well-paying jobs, and he could give a single care less because he's too busy fighting culture wars and too busy worrying about things that do not matter instead of fighting for Minnesota. It's ridiculous. The things we should be worried about keeping our jobs, about bringing investment opportunities into the area. Not a peep. But we can put a whole press release out about gambling. We need more gambling because we need more charitable gambling in the area. Never mind that 400 people are losing their jobs here in a month or so. But, let's talk about gambling. Let's talk about kids playing sports and how we don't want them to do that. Let's bring all these other issues into it. But, whatever to people losing their jobs, let's not mention that. Federally, we're going to have a big cuts to Medicaid they're trying. That's our old folks' homes. Medicaid is how many seniors live in their senior centers, right? Right over there. So really kind of can't really see it too much, but nursing home. Go to a nursing home. Ask who's getting paid through Medicaid, through Blue Plus, through caddy waivers. Most seniors in nursing homes are not paying cash out of pocket. It is Medicaid and Medicaid waivers that are paying these bills. Too busy fighting culture wars to care about the seniors that might be losing their care. The things that people will tolerate because they want to be able to bitch about the pettiness and fight on these issues that do not matter as the world falls out around them. It's wrong. The people that support these policies are wrong. We're losing what makes us rural Minnesota up here. Articat's been around forever. Polaris is not doing any better. Both of these are Minnesota companies, and no one's addressing them from our representatives. Michelle Fishbach's not doing anything. No one can find her. She's hiding out. Colin Peterson at least was around. He helped. 30 plus years. He helped rural Minnesota. He helped the farmers. He helped everyone. Michelle Fishbach comes in and she could give less about farmers. She could give less about rural Minnesota. But she was the right team, so hey, let's support her. As she does nothing except for hurt rural communities. John Burkle has done nothing for our area. He's fighting culture wars that do not affect it. It's bigotry on a handful of people. Go find out. How many trans athletes are you going to find? All it is to go and hurt people for no reason. No reason when there's so many pressing matters on our lives coming up. It's ridiculous. The people deserve better. It's not going to get any better unless we make changes. And it's sad to watch major companies that I love and I care about. Articat is the reason I moved to Minnesota. I moved out here and I worked for these guys 2 weeks later. Spent 8 years of my life here. I met my wife, raised a family on Articat before I moved back into healthcare. I wouldn't be where I am without this company. And to watch them sink and for our representatives to not care as we lose brands, it's heartbreaking. I don't know what we can do. I don't know if there's going to be a buyer. I don't know if anyone's going to come in. But to see these elected officials not care about our community, it's hurtful. It's absolutely hurtful. But we can sit there and we can hate kids just trying to play a game. We can say, hey, we need more people to start gambling because we need more people gambling for these charities instead of, not ruining people's lives with more gambling that doesn't help out. Let's find something else to help these charities. But we need more slot-style electronic pull tabs. We got to get all those back. Important things instead of jobs and access for senior care and Medicaid. Nothing important like that. I hope we can do better. I don't know what's going to happen to our communities. As Articat goes, as DigiKey keeps talking about wanting to shift more jobs overseas. They built this big new building, but what's going to happen if they decide it's going to be cheaper to continue to move more and more overseas? It happens. We have our farmers that we have to worry about now too with these tariffs coming in. Everything they're doing has been designed to hurt rural America. And I'm going to keep doing everything I can to find what we can do. But at the moment, I'm just worried. I'm extremely worried for all of us and our way of lives out here. It's going to be tough. And I'm open to suggestions. I hope we can get more people to come together. I've encouraged everyone I know to, protect yourselves. Watch out. People have gotten crazy. They're emboldened. And they're spiteful and hurtful. So, I love politics. I always have. It's dangerous some days. I get death threats every now and then. It's what it is. I know how it goes, especially being a DFLer in an extremely red area. I know where I live. I'm fine with it. But the violence that happens in some areas, and we're fine up here. I'm not saying that we're violent up here at all. You get a few wackadoodles anywhere, but I'm not going to be surprised if something crazy starts elsewhere and it emboldens people to act out. So I'm hoping for the best on everything. Said, Articat's the whole reason I'm here. I love it. I'm going to miss it. It's going to be a very sad day come May. I'm hoping for the best. But to see Fischbach and Burkle not care about this it's wrong. They are wrong for it. It's middle America getting eroded away, one company at a time. And I understand, snow conditions haven't been the best. Power sports are in a tough spot all the way around. A little empathy could go a long way, and we're getting nothing. We're just getting nothing.